Buongiorno a tutti and welcome back to Crave, where passions are celebrated, stories come alive, and Italy and US come together in one voice. Today we have a very special lineup. Join us for our check-in is Father Joy from Our Lady of Angels Parish in Burlingame, California. We will also step into the kitchen with Chef Donato Scotti for a special cooking show. Plus, we will visit l'angolo della Lingua Italiana with Vania and hear the latest 49ers update with Alex Lopez. Hi, Alex. Buongiorno.
Hi, Samantha. Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Are you ready?
I'm so ready. Let's
Okay,
get
let's
started.
get started. Join us for our check-in is Father Joy from Our Lady of Angel Parish in Burlingame. Welcome to Crave.
Thank you so much.
Father Joy, what is one simple act of kindness or faith you think we could all bring into our week?
When people ask me anything about act of kindness, I used to say the first thing that you can do is just smile. That's the simplest kind of act of kindness that you can practice it anywhere, everywhere. And when you really smile at anyone, even looking at mirror when you smile, it gives so much of energy, so much of positivity. And as a Catholic, I always call it's so much of grace. In other terms, we say positivity, but we say grace. To be filled with that grace. And that smile, even your smile, brings so much of positivity, so much of grace to everyone. And some people may think, why should I smile today? And that you have to think that you have to be grateful every day. There are so many miracles happening every day around us. So the first thing that we have to be grateful to our parents, to our nature, to everyone, and even like each time when you think of gratitude, so much of positive energy, so much of grace surrounds all through your body. And what one prayer I used to do every day is, thank you, Jesus. Just each time when you say thank you to anyone, maybe to your coworker, maybe to your parents, maybe to any people you see, just say thank you. That a simple word gives so much of grace, so much of positivity into you. And find at least 10 things or find at least 5 things to be grateful. I'm so grateful to see today all of you. I'm so grateful today I woke up in the morning. I'm so grateful I can breathe today so well. And thank you, Jesus, for my health, my family, my job. And thank you, Jesus, for all the graces and blessings that you're going to give us in the next day, in the coming days. So we can be so grateful to God. And each time when we repeat, thank you, Jesus, so much of grace is being filled in you. And I used to say a simple song which I learned in my 5th grade. So that is the thank you, Jesus. I'll sing for you. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, from my heart. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus, from my heart. It's all the time. It's a small song which I learned in my 5th grade, and I used to sing every day this song. Just thanking Jesus for each and every moment in our life. And when you start thanking God, you will find so many grace, so many positive things are coming to you. So my point is, just be thankful. That itself will fill you so much with grace. God bless you.
Thank you so
Thank
much, Father
you.
Joy. And now it's time to connect with the chef Donato Scotti, who is joining us from Enotega in Redwood City. Today, he will prepare a traditional dish from his region, Lombardy. Chef Donato will be making ravioli bergamaschi. Donato, the floor is yours.
Yes, today we're making a beautiful dish from the valleys of Bergamo, where I come from. In case you missed it, Bergamo is the center of the world, and we just create the best chefs and food ever. I'm just kidding. But anyway, so the typical pasta from Bergamo is called casonsei, which is made with in a boat-shaped raviolo, and is filled with sausage, mortadella, amaretto, and then is usually served with pancetta and brown butter. And then there is a small town called Parre in one of the valley of Bergamo where they do this casonsei, but they do them vegetarian. And they don't put any meat inside the filling, and they call them scarpinoch because they have the shape of a shoe, scarpas. Scarpinoch means almost like a big boot. Anyway, and they usually fill them according to the year, how the season goes. They could fill it with bread, parsley, and parmigiano, or branzi, or taleggio, the stuff that comes from those valleys, the cheese that comes. Or, like in the end of fall or during the end of winter, they fill them with green vegetables, always a little bit of bread, and the parsley is always part of it. The part that is always the same, that is always served with butter and sage, brown butter and sage, and then they put pancetta in. The way we do it at a restaurant, we replace the pancetta with something else crispy that we put on top to reminiscent the pancetta and the contrasting texture between the pasta, the filling, and the crispy of the sanchock. We dry some sanchocks and sprinkle them on top at the end.
Wow.
I'm just going to show you a basic shape of on how to make scarpinoch. It's something that has come really popular in the Bay Area because there's quite a few chefs from Bergamo around here, and we all try to make our own version, and they're all very good. Trust me, everywhere I go, I see them, I go taste them, they always do a fantastic job. But I like mine better than anyone. But anyway, so here we go. So we got a sheet of pasta. I'm sorry, but I can't show you how to sheet the pasta because, for obvious reason. The pasta is egg rich, so it's really easy to roll and pinch and close and of course eat. It tastes better. So we basically want to create two strips where we can make the two rows of scarpinoch. Then, your basic procedure to make ravioli. You put the filling. Don't be stingy with the filling. There we go. Let's just say we make a nice order of 8 scarpinoch. Here we go.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah. The filling today is made with Swiss chard, dandelion, Toscan cabbage, and then we mix it all together, and then we add at the end some Branzi cheese. Branzi comes from the town of Branzi, at the top of the Val Brembana, which is a famous valley because that's also where San Pellegrino comes from. We brush it with a little egg, and then we roll it across to close it. Just like that. And then we do the same on this side. Here we go. Then we cut off the excess pasta. We save it to make pasta pasticciata or something. And then what we want to do, we want to take the air out of the ravioli so that we don't end up eating air when we actually cook them. Here we go. Make sure we do both of them. And then we cut the size that we like. There we go. Take Take a little bit of the excess pasta out. At this point, if it was casonsei, we would make a circular cut, but we don't in this case because we're making scarpinoci. On the menu, because we don't want people to learn Bergamasco, which is a very secret language, we call them...
It's very hard to understand Bergamasco.
Yeah, I know, but people from Bergamo like to keep their dialect very secret.
I know very
well.
So
on the menu, we call them ravioli bergamaschi. Here we go. So we got our 8 ravioli, right? And then what we do in Bergamo, now you can see it, we lift up one part, we sit the filling on top of the part, and then we squeeze the outside and we squeeze in so the raviolo stays in, and we give it a little push so we can get a little brown butter inside each crevice that we create.
Beautiful.
So here we go. There's a little excess pasta that I left there. As you can see, turn it, squeeze it, and here we go. Same thing what we do and do all of them like that. At the same time, make sure that we squeeze all the air out of it. Very important to squeeze the air out of it because we don't want the filling to become all watery inside because there is air inside, right? So, and also make sure to seal properly so we don't get water inside the filling. And here we are. The little soldiers are ready. And there you go. And we're gonna go cook them in the water. How about that?
It's beautiful.
Wow.
Wow. What is one secret that makes this pasta or filling come out just right?
Well, the pasta itself, it's a matter of using the right proportion of egg yolk and the right kind of flour. You want to use 00 flour. So if you make ravioli, I don't mix any semolina in. I actually use only 00 flour imported from Italy, and we use a very elevated number of egg yolks because they give the richness and the color, and they keep the pasta together. Now, for the filling, you need to be careful not to make it too watery because you want to be able to either put it in with a spoon or with a pastry bag or sac à poche in the pasta. That's why in many fillings you find bread as one of the components because bread helps suck the water in and keeps the filling nice and compact when you cook it so that the raviolo doesn't look empty or liquidy inside, but it actually has a great bite to it. Ok, andiamo a cucinare. Here we go, guys. Now we cook it. Let's go. Okay, we get our ravioli that we made by hand. Now, if you made them fresh, you will put them in the water and cook them for like 2 to 3 minutes, no more than that. If you make them the day before and you choose to quick freeze them, it obviously will take longer. The most important thing is always a lot of water and boiling very strong. Never cook pasta, any kind, if the water is not boiling. Salt you can add once you put the pasta or at the beginning, whatever, that's all, like, it doesn't really matter. The most important thing is you always have a lot of water and you have the water boiling extremely strong. Let's go to the stove. Okay, so now we'll put the ravioli in the water. Of course, I don't expect all of you to have a pasta boiler at home, but I do. See, and as you can see, if the pasta is boiling strong, the pasta will come up immediately to the surface. While we cook it, we prepare a little bit of brown butter and sage. and a pinch of garlic. And then we want to get it nice and
Okay. Ho detto, I love the butter and sage with a little parmigiano in the end is the best.
absolutely. Look at that. The best friend of cooking pasta, either you make a carbonara or an arrabbiata or whatever you make, the best friend is the pasta water because it's got the starch, it's got the flavor of the pasta that you cook in. So you use it to create the sauce that you would put on the ravioli once you serve it. For the carbonara or the cacio e pepe or any pasta, aglio olio even, you put a little water in it, it makes the gluten that is released in the water make the sauce stick to the actual pasta. So remember, when you cook, never throw away all the water, save always something, plus sometimes that you make it dry, sometimes you make it wet, but the most important thing is that you make it right. And making it right usually requires a little bit of water. So then the ravioli are ready, the butter is brown, put the ravioli in, and guess what? I'm gonna go with the spoon, I'm gonna put a little pasta water in it to get the sauce to thicken. And here we are. You get the ravioli to be coated with make sure that the ravioli get coated with the brown butter, and then, just like you say, a little bit of Parmigiano will never hurt. And a little more water, and look at that. Now all of a sudden, we don't have a brown butter only, but we have a nice sauce, all glazing all the ravioli. Let's go plate it and let's go eat it. And here we go. We got our little ravioli. I always like to put them standing up the same way we made them. We want them to be standing up. That's a big order. Well, I'm hungry today, and I hope you are too. And guess what we're gonna do with the sauce now? See the sauce? We just pour it right on top of the ravioli. And I know you cannot smell through the camera, but it smells amazing and it tastes incredible. Let's not forget a little bit of Parmigiano right on top. And then we do the little sanchoc or red potato to give the crisp on top. In this case, I just found some crispy red potato. Look at that. But I usually use sanchocs or these potatoes, either one of the two. And it looks like you have guanciale or pancetta on top, but the reality is that it's completely vegetarian. And I know that my friends in Bergamo will love these because everybody that comes here, they taste it, they say they are amazing. So here we are. I like to eat it with a spoon because I like to get the sauce as well.
Yeah, ecco.
I'm very jealous right now.
I know. At Crave, we love exploring people passions, okay?
Yeah.
Behind cooking, what are you most passionate about?
I love to learn. I mean, in any section of my life. Well, I love my family, but I love soccer, football.
Yes.
Yeah, I've traveled all over the world to watch my team play. But other than that, I love cooking. I have very few hobbies, and my favorite one is to learn like how to smoke meat, how to make this, how to make that, you know. So I've always been very passionate about what I do, but most of all is food in general. I try to learn
I can
about,
tell.
different culture, but also I like to explore different things in Italy because, you know, you come from an area like Bergamo or could be anywhere, and you don't realize how different things can be 100 kilometers away, and learn to the ingredient they use, the product they make, the different salami, the different vegetables. And then you probably know better than me, if you go from north to south, you are like completely different food, which is amazing. So I love to talk to other chefs from other area of Italy. I love to go explore and stuff like that when I have time. And I say that my passion all revolve around food, for sure.
Grazie Donato. Donato, grazie mille. Ci vediamo presto. Ti ringrazio.
Assolutamente.
Crave is proudly partnered with the Consul General of Italy and the Italian Culture Institute of San Francisco. Their support allows us to celebrate and share Italian culture, language, and innovation with a wider audience. For more information and upcoming events, visit their websites at the link below. And now it's time for the Italian language spotlight. Joy Vania for l'angolo della Lingua Italiana, where she takes us through the beauty of the Italian language. Vania, a te la parola.
Ciao Samantha, ciao Alex, buongiorno a tutti e bentornati all'angolo della lingua. La parola della settimana è mannaggia. Mannaggia. Mannaggia means darn it or shoot. It's a safe word, so we can use it whenever we are frustrated, whenever we are upset, when we forget something. Quindi mannaggia, ho dimenticato il compleanno di Samantha. I forgot Samantha's birthday. Mannaggia. I should have said buon compleanno Samantha. Happy birthday Samantha, but I forgot, mannaggia. O mannaggia, non trovo le chiavi. I can find my keys, mannaggia. O when you're late, mannaggia, siamo in ritardo, mannaggia. Whenever you are frustrated, whenever you are upset, something doesn't go the way it is supposed to go, mannaggia is a good word and a safe word to say, even in Italy, even kids say mannaggia. So, use mannaggia e per oggi è tutto. Ciao ciao!
Ciao Vania!
Ciao, Vania!
This episode is brought to you by Monalisa MareMonti, a stunning Italian restaurant in San Francisco, California, where tradition meets elegance. Let's take a quick look.
My name is Vasilio Foresi, and welcome to my family restaurant, Monalisa MareMonti.
Monalisa MareMonti serves classic Italian dishes, crafted with top-quality local and seasonal produce, in this charming, romantic setting located in the heart of North Beach's Little Italy. Monalisa specializes in seafood and steaks and fine dining. Everything is fresh, and all the pastas are homemade in-house daily. All our fresh ingredients come from local produce and farmers markets. No matter what time of year, you can be sure you're eating the best of the season. Monalisa is best known for our bistecca alla Fiorentina, which is a 24-ounce porterhouse steak. Our seafood is delivered to us daily by our local fishermen. Some of our most popular seafood dishes are bigoli frutti di mare, homemade bigoli pasta with prawns, mussels, calamari, and clams. Enjoy our pappardelle al cinghiale, homemade pappardelle pasta in a 4-hour slow-braised wild boar shoulder. With decades of experience cooking in the finest restaurants, our chef is excited to present our vision to you and all our guests. Our caring and committed staff make sure you have a fantastic experience with us. We refuse to compromise on quality in our restaurant. Welcome to Monalisa MareMonti. We look forward to seeing you soon. Ciao!
Alex, what's going on with the 49ers?
So this week's update is very different and very exciting. As I mentioned last week, I was going to the 49ers Rush Draft Day 2 event, and I went with my brother Josh, my sister-in-law Maggie, and my nephew Chachi. We had the best time, and of course, I filmed the whole thing so you could come along with me. So let's take a look. Day 2 draft party, a little update to kind of catch everybody up of what's been going on with the draft. So the 49ers, pick 11 was Michael Williams, defensive end. So here we go. Then today, pick 43, we got Texas defensive tackle Alfred Collins. So Robert Saleh is definitely letting his cousins know. I'm really excited about both of them. I think our defense really needs this. Like I've been saying, Nick Bosa needs that help. But right now we're waiting for our 75th pick, and we're just chilling. I'm here with my family. I'm having a good time. I forgot to mention, they announced the schedule release is going to be May 14th, so we're going to see all the games this upcoming season. I'm so excited. Now I'm going to be at Levi's, and I don't know, this might be the year that I take our family to Levi's South? Question mark? Josh, are you down?
I'm down. They're going to stop the run, and I think am I paying?
He didn't hear me say it's my treat, so yes. We're on the clock. I'm really nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Like, I do trust Kyle and John to make that decision. I trust Robert Saleh. I just don't know. Like, every time we're up for a pick, I have this, like, pit in my stomach. Like, oh my gosh, it's going to make or break us.
75th pick in the 2025 draft, San Francisco 49ers select Nick Martin.
Oh! Wow. Linebacker. That is awesome. I'll take you, Eric. Appreciate it.
Give me a running back and or offensive lineman for pick 100. I need it so bad. Okay, we need to protect Purdy. Like, we have to protect Purdy. Like, yeah, it's a priority. I'll get, you know what, draft me and I will protect him. All right, quick update. The Niners are picking in a little bit, but pick 92 was the Seahawks, and they got the Alabama quarterback, Jalen Milroe. I believe that's how you pronounce it. This is very interesting because if Sam Darnold does not pan out for them, guess who is going to be starting? I don't really feel good about this. So, all right, here we go.
2025 NFL Draft. The San Francisco 49ers select Upton Scout.
Oh, wow. Cornerback. Okay.
Awesome, man. What do you think about this? Again, the 49ers.
Wow, defense.
I love the position. Upton Scout is tough as hell, mean as hell. Tell me what you think about it.
Yeah,
nice.
You know who's the most happy right now is Wayne Greasy.
Wayne is
crazy right now for Upton Scout. Upton Scout's a very solid player. You're talking versatility.
I'm processing. I'm not mad at this. I'm actually really happy.
He's older. He's 23 years old, 5'9", 180, a little bit lighter than most corners the Niners go after.
Yeah, he is. And as long as you can play big, right? They met with guys like Kobe Bryant. They were meeting with some of the thinner guys, but if you play big, you play physical, then you don't have those concerns. And Upton Scout does not play like a 190-pound football player. He plays like he's 210. I mean, the guy flies around and puts his nose into it. So I think that they saw a guy that was a good football player, and I love the thought process. You talked about Martin being potentially overdrafted.
That was awesome. I love fan events like that. I definitely need to go to more. But so far in the draft, we have had a lot of all defensive players, so that's been really cool. I can't help but be like, I need an offensive lineman. Like, I need it. That's the next thing. And once they do that, I feel like I'll be like, okay, I'm 100% in. But also, I trust Robert Saleh with everything. So, yeah, day 3 tomorrow. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching that. And we're heading back to the studio to get on with the episode. It was such a great event and a fun way to celebrate the draft. I'm really happy with this year's draft class. We picked up some real difference makers, and Robert Saleh is rebuilding the trenches. I'm feeling really confident about the direction that the team is headed, and I'll be breaking it down even more in the upcoming updates, so stay tuned.
Looking for a boutique that truly understands your style? Alice Bakery Inc. in Novato is your perfect choice, featuring top designers and personal touch. Every customer gets a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. That's why Crave Radio is proud to partner with Alice Bakery Inc.
Thanks to Alice Becker Inc. for supporting this episode. Thank you for tuning in to our 13th episode of our 6th season. Follow us on Instagram at crave.show and follow us on TikTok at crave732.
We are on Apple Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, and don't forget to subscribe and also check our website craveshow.com. Ci vediamo settimana prossima. A presto a tutti. Ciao!
Bye!